happening, guys? Chris, VA Travels, and I'm down here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and going to visit Blandwood Mansion, and a historic home down here. It is the oldest, you can't tell from this side, but it's the oldest Italian villa style house in the United States. And this is the original portion, the back portion. The original portion was built 1795, and you'll just see a basic clapboard home, lots of windows, some stuccoed chimneys up there. And it was built by Charles Bland, hence the name Blandwood. And I wonder if he's related to Richard Bland up in Virginia, same time period. And you'll see, yeah, 5-part home, center building, two wings, 2 hyphens. And yeah, and it's most known as being the home of John Motley Morehead. He was North Carolina governor during the 1840s. Big cupola up there, pretty interesting. Yeah, so John Motley Morehead, a little gazebo. Yeah, he really pushed to expand public transportation. He helped kickstart the public education, and also pushed for the expansion of the railway system. And this is a carriage house, and I believe they have events here, or at least they used to. And as always, you've got your big magnolia on the corner here. A couple ginkgo trees, a little baby one right here and a big one here. You can tell by these distinct leaves. Yeah, so let's wrap around. Yeah, you can see the stuccoed wall. And John Motley Morehead, he lived here 1827 until 1866 when he passed away. And so obviously he's the one who had this thing built. And the newer, here we go, you can tell now, Italian villa style architecture. 1844 to 1846 is when the house was, when it was upgraded here. And I can tell you from experience that the Italian villa and the Italianate style homes were popular through the 1850s and 1860s. That's just kind of what I've noticed. I'm passing the gardens over here, still looking pretty decent for the middle of November. Walk over here, a couple urns, a big urn in the center. You can imagine they would have had some vines going around the little gate thing I went through, and some kind of little Roman Greek kind of yeah. Okay, so wrap around, better shot of the front. And the architect was Alexander Jackson Davis. That's a very Confederate sounding name. Yeah, you can tell this is old stone right here. Oh, and then speaking of the Civil War, big old bay window right there. Like I say, you've got the hyphens right there, the whole front is stuccoed. Yeah, what makes these Italianate homes distinct, we've got the big tower building always in the front, and you've got the squared roof, kind of the overhanging eaves. You see some brackets right there. They're getting ready for Christmas, it looks like. Yeah, some oak trees. And yeah, during the Civil War, PGT Beauregard stayed here. And then North Carolina governor named Zebulon Vance surrendered to Union forces inside the house. Another urn decoration down there, small little garden. I don't know what this is. This isn't a horse step up. I don't know what that would have been used for. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, very nice house. Great shot up on a ridge here, like I say, overlooking Greensboro. Yeah, when John Motley Morehead died, the house was passed on to his son Eugene. And there's a Eugene Street a couple blocks over. All right, so yeah, Blandwood Mansion, the hours right there. Tuesday until Saturday, they're open 11 until 2. Sunday, 2 until 5. And there's a little write-up on John Motley Morehead. As I had said, advocate for railroads and the industrial development. Lived here at Blandwood. Yeah, good shot. Then the Morehead descendants passed it on to the Keeley Institute. So yeah, pretty interesting. The Keeley Institute, it was used to cure alcoholism. So kind of a halfway little kind of hospital treatment center. And that was from 1896 until 1961. So pretty interesting. And then in 1876, it was turned into a museum.
Show you the coolest thing in the whole entire world. They're called pocket shutters. They come out right here. These are currently painted shut, but if they weren't, you could toggle them up and down like shades. They go directly into the wall, as do
Okay, cool.
the windows.
Oh, and up here they've got one of these Charleston joggling chairs. I saw one of these down when I was in Natchez. This one's a lot bigger. And it's to mimic being on a carriage. It kind of rocks. And it was said to help with rheumatism and arthritis. So anyway, pretty neat piece. Thought I'd show it off. Okay, I've come full circle. I'm gonna go in and take the house tour, and yeah, I don't have any information on any of the slave houses. This wasn't a plantation, so there wouldn't have been, they didn't grow cash crops here, so there wouldn't have been a lot of slaves. And I'm sure there would have been several outbuildings in the area. But yeah, I'll find out more when I take my tour. Little gazebo. And here we go. All right, yeah, just took the house tour, no filming inside. Did let me take pictures, and she let me film. She gave a couple little demonstrations of the pocket windows, the pocket shutters, and let me film this old music box. And almost everything inside is original. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of nice furniture, marble. And there was a little baby carriage that went back to at least 1795 that John Motley Morehead was rocked in when he was a child. That was pretty neat. Interesting fact, one of his sons in the Civil War was shot through the mouth. The bullet apparently went through his cheek and went out of his mouth. Yeah, so, and I'm just gonna walk around front. I'm not too familiar with Greensboro, but I should have flown my drone. Gotten a closer look of that building. Little brick house, and this house goes back to the 1800s. Pretty neat facade. She didn't really have too much information on it, but yeah, pretty interesting. Hip roof. You've got kind of a hidden chimney back there. Couple octagon windows. And kind of a little shuttered window over there. Anyway, so I'll just show you the front of this thing. All right, one last shot of Blandwood Mansion, and yeah, so you know, I'm going to be down here in North Carolina for a couple days. I'm headed next to Mount Airy, going to visit the Gertrude Smith house. Then I'm headed to Winston-Salem, and I'm going to visit Old Salem, a little village they've got set up kind of like Williamsburg. So yeah, some cool stuff coming up. And all right, guys, yeah, as always, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and support me on Patreon. See ya.